All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome. Now, just a disclaimer here. I have not prepared for this lecture, and that's what it is. Anytime I talk, it's pretty much lecture, informal. So I don't just shoot my fucking mouth off like a lot of people do. Don't need to really prepare. Now, I did a little legwork on this fucking clown about a month ago. In fact, I found out about this guy. I ran across this guy when I was going to expose Dave Colum. Remember that guy? Crackpot Cornell chemist? I'll get to that a little bit later. So I haven't really looked, I just remember kind of superficially what I saw on this guy. Haven't looked deep into him, don't really need to. But I have enough to show you guys today, and I'll get back to this fucking clown. I wanted to go over him but before I forgot. Because actually, to be honest with you, I came across a Word document that I made about a month ago quickly on this guy. And it was just basically showing you who he's associated with. And I forgot about it. Okay? That's what happens a lot of times. I have all these files and I just forget about covering people and so forth. So I wanted to kind of give you a very, very superficial, quick, and dirty look at this fucking clown, this con man, today. And let me go ahead now and I'm going to give you a quick glimpse, and then we're going to go over a couple of things, change the topic quickly for about 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to get back to this fucking clown. So, and I'm also going to do an update, by the way, on real estate in the corrupt shitholes of the world, including also Australia. I was talking about in the Vietnam corruption video. Be interesting to see what I have to show you guys. I think real interesting. So I'll cover that here shortly. And then we'll go and focus on, look at this guy, by the way. I can't, the YouTube crybaby rules. I can't really say anything about what I think about how he looks, but take a close look at that face. Take a look at the eyes. Take a look at the face. And you tell me if you think his face resembles, I don't know, maybe a rodent that we are familiar with. I don't know. And, there's kind of an expression for people kind of in that ethnicity. So I'm going to show you guys here the circle jerk of how these of this mafia. I've been exposing this shit for a long time, folks, and I do this because it's all about this gang of people that's related, fucking everybody, including, by the way, they don't care if you're related to them. If you're not part of their fucking mafia, they're gonna fuck you as well. You don't get a fucking free pass. Okay? If you're not playing on their side of swindling people and deceiving people, even though you're related to them, they're going to fuck you. Now, if you protect these people and say, oh, it's not just them, then you're part of the fucking problem as far as I'm concerned. You're part of that fucking gang. Now, if you stand up and say, yeah, you know what, they are fucked up, I'm related, but I'm not part of them, I have no problem with you. Got no problem. I'm going to show you this here shortly. So let me show you now. Here you go. So this is the document I forgot about. I put this together very quickly. And you can see, dated January 14th. And so this is a guy who, and I looked over his channel and stuff by about 20 minutes. Okay, so this is very superficial glance. But I mean, someone like me doesn't take long. I know the song and dance. I can very quickly see what's going on with all these fuckers. Okay, because I've been around the fucking block a lot of times over many years. And it's pretty much the same song and dance. They have the same MO. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about gold pumpers, crypto pumpers, or whatever. right? So this guy he's a crypto and gold pumper. So he's part of that doom and gloom. You know, the same guys that tell you America is the worst in the world and you need to relocate to some fucking shithole. You know, he's part of the nomad capitalist type of guys. You got it? You understand? The group out there that's spreading doom, just exaggerated horse shit all the time. Why? To get you to buy gold. Why? Because he gets paid promoting gold. To get you to buy crypto. Why? Because he makes money promoting crypto. You understand? These types of people are fucking useless parasites. They're fucking parasites. They provide no value, no real value to anyone in the world. They suck off of everybody else. You understand? They provide no fucking value. They're useless human beings. And they need to be called out more. I'm the only person that's calling all these fuckers out. Why is that? It's either because I'm wrong or I'm the only person with the knowledge and the fucking balls to do it. You see, not many people in the world are going to do anything, especially when they're high level, that's not going to result in some type of advantage for them. Specifically, monetary advantage, money. That's why I'm different, you see. And because of that, because I continuously expose so many fucking people and so many genres and so many scams, I've always got a target on my back. You see? You understand? I've got a target on my back. People always wanting to come after me. Okay? You understand? Because I'm threatening to expose all these fucking frauds. And to pull the curtain away from all these myths. All these people out there that I focus on, you'll notice they have one, well, maybe just about all of them have two things in common. Just about all of them. Most of them, the vast majority of them are related. I don't look for them to be related. It just so happens that they're fucking related. The second thing is they're all fucking human parasites. Human fucking parasites. Without naive, greedy, stupid people out there, they don't survive. They die. Unfortunately, people are more greedy, stupid, and naive than they have ever been because of the internet. So, I was going to expose, and hopefully I'll do this. It's probably the way my schedule goes. And I mean, I've got a research webinar scheduled for a few hours, and I got to get some sleep. You see, just to give you an idea about what I'm sacrificing here. But by the way, Eustace Mullins is not that credible. He's about 80% credible because he wasn't that fucking clever. And when he starts talking about the Federal Reserve and how Wall Street works, he's fucking completely wrong. He has no fucking idea about that shit. Okay? FYI. Okay? So, anyway. So, this Dave Cullum, you all remember Dave Cullum, right? This Dave Cullum is he's one of these typical spineless bitches. You know, like this Cyrus bitch these are people who they don't have any fucking backbone, so they can't confront me directly. I'm not talking I'm going to make a response video. Fuck your response video, you bitch. I'm talking about meet me on a live, neutral platform. Let's fucking go. Live and neutral. Okay? And so instead of doing that, what they do is they try and instigate. It's kind of considered cyber harassment, where they'll go around and like find people who I have exposed and like try and nudge them. Hey, look at this guy. He's going after me, and yeah, you want to get him. They try and get people to go after me. And of course, this Cyrus fraudster. And I pulled the video. I pulled the stream, by the way, just because of legal issues. It's not a good idea I'm not going to get into that. A history of going around cyber stalking, which is a federal crime, by the way. Bill Cooper's a fucking nutcase. Okay, a fucking nut. Listen, I don't pay any attention to nobody. I haven't found anybody except one person who's deceased, but I don't pay attention to nobody who's like Bill Cooper. The guy's too much of a fucking wacko. Okay? He's too much of a wacko. So anyway, what happened was I was going to expose this Dave Cullum, this guy, who the guy's delusional, and once again, this is a professor of chemistry, and I don't want to spend too much time on this. I want to get to the main point, and I've got a few other things to talk about before I get back to Anthony Pompliano. Italian, right? Sounds Italian. No. Wrong. Do a fucking genetic DNA test and we'll see. Okay? Anyway, so this Dave Cullum, he wants to tell everyone he's an investment genius. You know, he's the type of guy, if you've listened to his videos, if you spent the time, here's his approach. He wants to kind of come across like, well, you know, he wants to tell you he's kind of not really that sharp and he's kind of not dummy guy and what's he doing talking about finance. And then he'll throw something out there basically saying he's a genius. You understand. If you listen to him carefully, you can see what his whole fucking deal. He thinks he's the smartest fucking guy in the room. No, Dave, you're not. And so anyway, this guy comes out with his year-end review or his year-end thing. And Chris Martenson promoted this fucking guy from day one, by the way. Complete fucking fraud. Chris Martenson, dirty piece of trash. I exposed this guy 15 years ago. So, listen, you can go ahead and try and verify anything I fucking say. Go ahead and go for it, dude. But I can tell you right now, you're not going to get nowhere in life because I cover and expose so much shit. You don't have the ability to verify all the shit that I say. I can guarantee you that. The key thing is this. You find somebody who's fucking solid, credible, state of the art. You verify that. Okay, then you go with that person. You spend years verifying that person. Years. That's what you do. If you think you're going to be able to verify everything I say, you're fucking delusional. You know the expertise and the time that has gone in to the shit I'm talking about here today and all the other days before and in the future? You have no fucking idea of the expertise. Not many people have this expertise because I have brought it all together of my knowledge in the capital markets, understanding frauds, deviant psychology, and this is all through my own experience, right? And then my own, my own thought mechanisms through formal educational process. So you can go ahead and do what you want and try whatever, but you're just spinning your fucking wheels. I can tell you that right now. Okay, so go for it. Verify other sources. What other sources? What other fucking sources are there out there? There are none. What are you talking about? Now you're just saying something fucking stupid. Other sources. No, there are no other sources. The sources out there are the guys with exposure. They're the ones fucking you. I'm the guy that's banned from day one. Why is that? I'm the guy that's produced arguably the most important, the most relevant investment thesis in this century thus far. America's Financial Apocalypse, 2006 extended version. That predicted so many things, uncovered so many things, and I'm banned. Why is that? Why is that? You understand? My stories alone, my nonfiction, real life stories of what happened to me alone are worthy of me being featured on major networks. But guess what? I'm nowhere to be found. And I'm talking about being harassed for exposing the whole fraud behind the financial crisis, being harassed by the feds, being ignored by journalists. I still have the fucking emails. You all have no fucking idea what's happened. No fucking idea. Really. I mean, you can imagine. This is why you look into all these people being promoted and they're fucking nobodies. And so what's going on here? A great example, Patrick Bet-David. Low IQ fucking thug. And he's got 8 million subscribers now, and he's featured everywhere. It's like some fucking guru. The guy's a fraud. And an idiot. More important, an idiot. You understand what I'm saying? He's part of the Disinfo system. He's in the fucking circle jerk. He paid to be in the circle jerk. He paid his way into the circle jerk using the proceeds of his scammy-ass multi-level marketing company. So take a look. So what I was doing, I was going to show this video on Colum, and hopefully I will before the end of this year, how fucking ridiculous it is. And so I noticed it was on this Pompliano's YouTube channel. So I took a quick look at his channel to see who he had featured on there. Okay? Because, birds of a feather always fucking flock together. You got it? Conmen hang out. Fraudsters form syndicates. They're more powerful that way. You got it? I've been preaching this for fucking years. So here's a quick list. It's not by no means is it comprehensive. Just something quick I looked at. Dave Colum, you can see, appeared on there 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023 and 4. Okay. Howard Linden, StockTwits. This is the fucking parasite behind StockTwits. Complete disinfo fucking horse shit, which I haven't even really looked into. My guess, based upon my experience, in the world and understanding how things operate in the media, especially the financial media, I guess you could say my, empirical would be that there's a lot of stock manipulation and bullshit on StockTwits, like a lot of fucking like boiler room bullshit. Okay. Have you ever noticed, by the way, the same people, kind of the same types of kind of people seem to be behind all these companies and media, especially? How is that possible? What's going on here? You understand? Well, what's going on? John McAfee, who I exposed many years ago as a fraud, that was confirmed, no doubt about it. And he was broke and desperate for money. Nobody knew this but me. It was quite simple. How did I know this? Because he had this little fake movement to try and run for president back when Trump was running. Okay? And he was on Alex Jones' little InfoWars fucking scam. And so I took a look at he was talking about running for president. And, during that time, all this bullshit was created by, regarding McAfee, how he's this rich guy, and he started McAfee, and he's living in Belize and all this stuff. Folks, John McAfee didn't know how to fucking write any code. He wrote no fucking code. He paid some guys to reverse engineer antivirus program, which he fucking stole from the federal government when he was working for them. And he paid some guys to reverse engineer it and put out an antivirus. Okay? That's the fucking reality. FYI. And in fact, if you investigate, you'll even find out that he admits that he paid people to write the code. So that's all bullshit. Okay? But you see, they want to associate him. Oh, it's his company. No, he got out a long time ago, before the company was doing anything. That's why he was scrounging for fucking money. Okay, maybe he had, 2-3 million. Okay. He has all these little fake stories. And by the way, he's also related to Mr. Pompliano, FYI. Okay. And so McAfee, by the way, I realized he was a a broke ass or broke dick scammer trying to swindle people back around 2015, because he claimed to be running for president, and you looked on his website, and he had no fucking issues. He had no issues addressing nothing. He just wanted the fucking donations. Because he knows Alex Jones's fucking stupid audience. Oh, yeah, I'm going to donate for freedom, for liberty. Yeah, Ron Paul. Yeah. Stupid fucking idiots should be sterilized. Sterilize them. Please. You understand? So, anyway, that's the story on John McAfee. Exposed his fucking fraud. And, he was supposed to eat his own penis, right? He made this bet about Bitcoin, and he said he'd eat his own penis. Didn't do it. Kathy Wood, complete fucking fraudster she is. Con artist, fraudster. And don't think it's just her, folks. Remember, these swindlers, without the media, they don't exist. Nobody knows that better than goddamn me. Nobody knows that better than me. When I look at my situation, you understand, I know the media better than anyone because I've lived through all this shit. The media promotes these people. They can make a fucking homeless person out to be a genius, to be godlike. They can convince people of this. This is what the media does. Without the microphone, the TV camera, Kathy Wood would be non-existent. They continuously promote her and her fucking bullshit. No one ever calls her out. Remember, folks, if someone is talking to someone, interviewing them, and they're not really fucking giving them the hard questions and challenging them, especially when there's a lot to be challenged and questioned, then that makes the person talking to them an accomplice to their fucking crimes. You understand that, right? That's what all these fucking scam tube channels are all about. They're all promotion videos. Anyone who interviews anybody, let's say anyone who interviews Peter Schiff and doesn't grill the fuck out of him, which he can be grilled through eternity, all his bad calls, bad advice, disinformation. And I'm just using Schiff as a good example because obviously, people can relate to that. If they don't do that, that means they're part of Schiff's little grift. You got it? That makes them just as bad. You understand? They're serving as a PR, a public relations platform for these guys. That makes them evil as fuck. Criminal as fuck in my book. So that's what I want to remind everyone about Kathy Wood. She's delusional, she's an idiot, and she's a con artist. Now, it's very difficult to meet those three criteria, right? Delusional, an idiot, and a con artist. Why is that? Because if you're a con artist, there implies that you have intent to deceive. If you're delusional, we say, well, they're just fucking delusional. There's no intent. No, I think you can have all three. Okay? I'm not going to get into her. I could talk about her for a long time. I already exposed her and her little fucking chumps, unqualified analysts and all the bullshit. She's a stock pumper. She promotes all these fucking bullshit penny stocks and low market cap stocks and shows you their trades so that idiots can jump into the trade and pump up the stock. And the CNBC goes along with this shit. CNBC is a criminal fucking network. It's part of the fucking mob. Complete fucking mafioso. Complete criminal. It's disgusting. Anyway, just go through the list. This Invest Diva, another fucking complete fucking airhead idiot. I mean, when you go through and see these people, take a look. And once again, just about every single person on this list, I would say, and this is, random list, I would say 90% of this list, they're all related, by the way. Okay? Just in this list alone. Take a look. Voyager Digital, right? Crypto fucking scam, right? So he promoted, think about this, he interviewed Steve Ehrlich, Voyager Digital, 2019. He helped Ehrlich swindle people. You understand that, right? This guy is implicated. He gave Ehrlich a platform, an audience with which to swindle people. Why is no one calling this fucking Pompliano out and everyone else who did this? Like Meet Kevin. There's no fucking patriot movement. That's anytime somebody creates a so-called movement, it's a scam. You got it? Why is someone creating a movement? To fucking make money. Oh, we're going to be a patriot. Send us money. We're going to fight for you. You know, kind of like the build the wall. Come on, dude. Seriously. There's no fucking movements, okay? Stuff gets done. If it gets done, it's grassroots. People just fucking go after it and do it. When it starts to become labeled something, then it becomes a commercial interest, a commercial situation. So take a look. Kyle Bass. I've already documented Bass on numerous occasions. Anthony Scaramucci, fucking con man. Total fucking swindling con man piece of shit. Not only is he a swindling con artist, crypto con man, fucking loser. This is a guy, he's just like Cohen, the former attorney with Trump. These two bitches, whiny ass bitches. They loved working for Trump. Cohen loved working for Trump for 10, 15 years or so. I don't know how long, right? But the minute Trump dumps his ass, all of a sudden he's crying and telling everyone how bad Trump is. Scaramucci, same fucking thing. Scaramucci lasted like what, 7 days, 10 days in the White House, and Trump dumped his ass. And all of a sudden Trump is so evil. Oh yeah, okay, so Trump is so bad. You worked for him. You lined up for him. What are you talking about? You understand? They love the criminal, Trump, until he no longer wants to give them money and work with them. And all of a sudden, Trump is a bad guy. Trump was a bad guy before you fucking got hooked up with him. Anthony Scaramucci, you fucking piece of trash. These people piss me off because it shows you what their character is. Their character is shit. You see? And this fucking guy, another crypto fucking pumper. And then, of course, Peter Schiff. Yeah, you see that? So, Anthony Pompliano promotes a bunch of fucking fear-mongering, horseshit, disinformation con men. Tom Lee, stock pumper, just like this Dan Ives. Any fucking idiot can pump stocks in a bull market. Oh, it's going higher. It's going high. Yeah, it's gonna blow out. It's gonna be amazing. Amazing. You don't hear from these fucking stock pumpers when you hit a bear market. Okay? They're fucking clowns. Raoul Paul, pathological liar, scam artist, fraud. And in fact, you can go online. If you look closely at the comments, you'll see so many people got their asses handed to them with Raoul Paul's fucking crypto little trading fucking calls. And he blew so many people up getting into the fucking crypto scams. Look into it. Go try and find some people who it's floating all out there. Galaxy Digital, Mike Novogratz, another fucking scam. And then, of course, Chamath Palihapitiya, the SPAC fucking scam artist. Dirty piece of trash, slimy loser. The guy who, he's kind of like this guy. This Ramaswamy guy. They're very similar. Why? Because both of them want to pretend like they care about Main Street. Right? Yet they have a history that shows otherwise. And they want to pretend because they want to get something from Main Street. You understand? Palihapitiya did this. Oh, I used to work for Facebook and I quit. Okay, well, if it's so bad now after 10 years working there, and you want to trash it now, give the money back, bitch. You understand? These guys are all fucking hypocrites. They flip the script when it's convenient for them. Jim Bianco, this is another fucking clown. CNBC fucking pumping clown. Robert Kiyosaki, do I need to say anything about this fucking fraud? Mark Cuban, total clown. This guy's I came across recently. He's a total fucking Mossad asset, right? And of course, as I checked into, he's promoted by Joe Rogan, which is why he's got exposure now. You remember the Joe Rogan circle jerk? I mean, anybody promoted by Joe Rogan, go on his show and see. You could see there. Show me an example where there's someone. There might be one. I doubt it. On Rogan, who's not a con artist or disinfo agent, aside from like the ghetto guests, the guys that want to talk about whatever, fighting and rap music and just stupid nonsense like that. I'm talking about people that are talking about science, medicine, economics, finance, investments, business. The topics that typically, people they can sell snake oil, right? Joe Rogan is the kingpin of promoting con artists in those genres. You all should know that by now. And then he also promoted the guy from Masterworks, the Masterworks fucking scammer. And of course, John Nigerian, right? Ross Gerber. Folks, are you starting to see what's going on here? Like I told you guys over and over again, it's the same circle of fucking swindlers. They hang out together. You got it? Look, he even promoted Sam Bankman-Fried. Look at that. He helped Sam Bankman-Fried defraud people by giving him a fucking platform. Did he give him hard questions? No. He just let him fucking yap on. Why? So why did this fucking Pompliano do this? Because these guys, you'll notice, the vast majority of them, they've got big followings. And their followings, the audience that follows these people are idiots. You understand? I've already explained this many times over. This is another reason why con artists form syndicates. They want to share each other's cult members. You understand? So he knows that if he gets the audience, the people that follow these fucking swindlers and con artists, he's going to get them. You understand? He can exploit them. That's how it works. Michael Saylor, tax fraud, scam artist, fucking sociopath. Dave Portnoy, nobody fucking idiot loser who's promoted because he's of the tribe, Kevin O'Leary, fucking investment and business loser, con man, desperate, shameless idiot. Max Kaiser, career con man, idiot. Okay. I think we're back now. Okay, so David Sachs, the lackey, Elon Musk lackey, the fucking nobody, the fucking idiot. Brent Johnson, this guy's a fucking junior minor penny stock pumper from Doug Casey. Lynn Alden, you all can see, another fucking nobody who's basically a scam artist and a fraud. Andrew Tate, another scam artist and fraud. Folks, anyone who promotes Andrew Tate, I mean, sorry, they got no credibility. The guy's obviously a fucking scammer and a fraud, not to mention all the other things. I mean, you got to be, something is wrong with you mentally if you're going to even listen to someone like Andrew Tate. Really, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, fuck. Dave Rubenstein, Meet Kevin, Ramaswamy, Tim Draper, David Pakman, you can just read this for yourself. Tom Sosnoff, Tasty Trade. So this guy called him in his video, world's greatest trader. Listen, I'm going to go after this Tasty Trade fucker this stupid fucking scammy ass company in the future, if I can remember, promoting fucking trading. Total fucking scam. Total scam. Tasty Trade is a fucking scam. You tell Tomboy I fucking said so. You tell him. You fucking send these mother. You tell him I fucking said. He's scamming people. He's deceiving people. Full of fucking shit. You show me how you're fucking making money beating the index trading. No, it can't happen. Building a business off that fucking swindling fucking claim. And of course, Charlie Gasparino, complete fucking clown and shill, media shill. And then Vlad Tenev, Robin Hood fucking crook. The fucking crook. I warned everybody about Robin Hood. I broke the fucking news many years ago. In fact, I would say the SEC, I probably should have gone in. I could probably be a fucking billionaire by now if I went through the whistleblower program. I've never done it to expose all this shit. I just give the SEC freebies. I exposed Robin Hood back in 2018, I think it was. I knew that they were not disclosing their payment for order flow. I made a video about it. Anyway. And then Adam Kabasi, another tribesman who gets promoted. He's a fucking nobody. Some fucking recent college graduate. And all of a sudden he's a trading genius. He doesn't show you his results. He just tells you the performance of trading commodities and futures. And he won't, if you email him, he won't give you the exact data. He just gives you a performance number, which is fraud. The guy's a fraud. Total slimy fraud. So, this is something to think about here. And I'm gonna deviate for about 5 minutes, hopefully. I wanted to show you guys a couple of other things here before we go back to Mr. Pompliano. And just a couple of topics of the day, right? And those would be this one. So apparently, over the past several weeks, at these sporting events, when American teams have been in Canada, the Canadian fans have booed the American national anthem. So I have to say this. Canadians, go fuck yourself. Fuck Canada. Fuck you, Canada. Trump, you better give Canada the big fucking shalong. Fuck Canada. These sons of bitches. If you're Canadian, go fuck yourself. You ingrateful pieces of fucking trash who are benefiting from our protection. That's right. Our protection. You're benefiting from that. And you're benefiting from all these fucking jobs we sent over to your country because you're worthless potheads. Can't do shit on your own. And now you're pissed off because we're going to put tariffs on because you don't close the fucking border and you don't engage in fair trade. Go fuck yourself, Canadians. Go fuck yourself, you pieces of fucking useless pothead trash bags. That's what I have to say to you fucking Canadians. Unless, of course, you feel that it's despicable that Canadians are booing the national anthem. If you're a Canadian and you feel it's despicable, you denounce it, then I have no problem with you. Okay? Have no problem. I mean, who the fuck did the Canadians think they are? They're like nobodies. Nobody even knows who the fuck they are. Who the fuck are they? You have no fucking... You're nobodies. Useless fucking sacks of shit. Folks, I want you all to... If you're American, I want you all to remember this about Canada. You remember this. You don't fucking forget it. You start thinking about Canada as fucking Mexico. Okay? You understand. And you start treating them as your fucking enemy. Okay? So I wanted to mention that. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you real quick here, I did a video on this several years, about, gosh, I don't know, 8-9 years ago. Did a couple of 2 or 3 videos on this. I exposed this. Nobody else was sharp enough to catch it. But this was going on, 2015, 2016, before all this shit happened. Before all these guys are coming on promoting trading. Rachel Fox, some little fucking teenage Hollywood girl who apparently realized she wouldn't last too long in Hollywood because, you're 15, you're 16, okay, you're cute. You get a little older, the cuteness goes away. If you're not really attractive, you're not gonna last. So what was she doing? She was being profiled on all the parasitic scam networks, Bloomberg, Yahoo, CNBC, and the story was, she said she trades, she day trades, and she makes money. That's right. 15-year-old, 16-year-old, right? Promoting this lie. And I'm thinking, like, what's going on here? What is this? Who's behind her? Like, what is she trying to launch something? Obvious, folks, you do know anytime you hear something, the media like does this, it's all about launching. This person's going to launch something. Okay, maybe they're going to tell you, oh, I've already got a great business doing this. No, it's about launching it. Okay, people doing serious shit, good stuff, successful. They're not in the media. They're too fucking busy. It's the scammers and the desperate people. They want to reel in the dummies. That's why they go to the media. Okay? It's fact. I mean, just think about it. Think about the number of appearances by the biggest swindlers and idiots and scam artists, right? Think about how often they're in the media. Think about the number of appearances made by all the broken clock con artists, idiots out there in the media. They'll keep it. Let's just kind of restrict it to the financial media so you're easy to see. Versus the more credible guys in the investment world, right? Think about it for a second. So let's just think about it for a second. So let's take a look at some credible people in the investment world. Who might be? There's not a whole lot, really, to be honest with you. But we'll just go ahead and say Warren Buffett is one. He's overrated, probably the most overrated investment person ever. He's certainly, but he's credible. There's no doubt about it. Okay? And then take a look at some other people. So ask yourself, how often is Warren Buffett in the media? Not too often, is he? Right? Not that often. And he's probably even there just occasionally just because, to get some free publicity, for his fund, right? He's not there too often. Versus, let's look at Jeffrey Gundlach, Peter Schiff, you understand, so on and so forth. That's all they do. Why? Because one guy is doing his business, right? He's doing real business. He's legit. The other guys, their business is smoke and mirrors, perception. And the media helps them with that. You got it? Why do you think I expose all the track records? So you see all this shit. Nobody else in the world has done any of this stuff. So anyway, Rachel Fox was doing all this shit, promoting the whole day trading shit. And I was wondering, like, what's going to come out of this? And she actually tried to launch something back then. I forgot. I lost track. Some little fucking club, right? But guess what? I guess none of that worked out because take a look. She is now on Investor Business Daily. She's one of the persons that does the stock stuff. Okay? That's right. You can look up Rachel Fox and you'll see for yourself. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Nobody would know this if it weren't for me. Because I spotted this shit a long time ago.
Investors, a frequent issue
there she is.
they run into is when an actionable opportunity
and you can
occurs
see
right
she's
before
not, she didn't age too well.
Ideally, we want to buy stocks right as they move beyond their buy
she's got that shirt, got the buttons down.
But sometimes
got those buttons down for you.
Just one day before earnings are due. It can be especially tempting.
And listen to her.
We're seeing a stock.
Listen to her.
Right. Fundamentals are top notch. There's a compelling growth story.
She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She's just fucking memorizing a script.
What's the best course of action to take? While there are no hard and fast rules here, there are a few different strategies that you can use to help mitigate that pre-earnings release risk. First, you could seek to start a smaller position size, say a half or quarter position.
So this actually brings up a good learning point here. Investors Business Daily has turned into a complete fucking swindle, is a scam. IBD, Investors Business Daily, is now a scam and has been for several years because why? Because they promote trading. They're promoting trading and technical analysis. Oh, you can learn this a cup and handle. If you really think you're going to get a fucking advantage off of somebody knowing basic technical analysis, you've got rocks in your fucking head. You're fucking stupid. Okay? Listen to her.
Then, should the stock react
And she promotes like
earnings, you
options trading and all this fucking bullshit, all this horse shit.
If you initiated the entire position post-earnings. On the other hand, if the stock sells off, then you can sell your small position and take less damage than you would have with a full position. Another strategy is to use options. IBD's option strategy allows investors to limit their risk around earnings. So, how does it work? The strategy offers a way to capitalize on a stock's upside potential following its earnings while reducing the risk of a negative reaction by limiting your downside. I know that trading options may sound a little complicated if you're not used to it, but this strategy...
So listen to this for a second. Listen to this. So she's like going through the most basic little stupid stuff. Do you really think that learning this? Yeah, I learned it. Now I'm ready to go. Okay, so you think you're gonna win the trade? You think you're gonna win against someone like me? Are you fucking stupid? They're just giving you enough information to blow yourself up. To blow yourself up. A fucking scam. And this girl is so fucking stupid. I'm not going to play the rest, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and play this now, but hopefully you'll hear it. She's so stupid. She's one of these people who refers to NVIDIA. She calls NVIDIA NVIDIA. NVIDIA. That's what she calls it. NVIDIA. Anyone who refers to NVIDIA as NVIDIA is a goddamn fucking idiot. NVIDIA? What the fuck is NVIDIA? You stupid idiot. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of throw that in there for some of you. You could look into it. Once again, I did 2 or 3 videos on her when they were promoting her as a day trading. She's making money day trading, they were saying, as a 15, 16-year-old, right? Why? Well, folks, why would the media do this? Remember, every time somebody's in the media, it's a tit-for-tat arrangement, okay? The person being interviewed is getting the promotion, and they're being promoted as an expert so they can sell their bullshit, their courses, their books, their bullshit. Got it? The media, why is the media promoting them? Well, think about why they promoted her at 16 years old as a day trading guru. Because the advertisements. You got it? It's going to make more of the young people think that they can make money, and they're going to open accounts with all these online brokerage firms. I mean, it's a whole fucking scam. It's one big fucking kosher scam. Anyway, get back to the main topic here. I'm going to have to go to bed here pretty soon. So, Anthony Pompliano. Let's take a look here. A little search. Take a look at this guy. Look at his face. What do you see? I see. I look at him and I get the feeling he has this urge to eat cheese. He wants some cheese. Okay. So, if, by the way, you look at this, at his face, and you can tell, by the way, this is somewhat of a typical phenotype for the mafia. The more of the Spanish ancestry side, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so Bitcoin pumper, gold pumper. Let's take a look at his. Oh, of course, because he's part of the the gang, the tribe. He gets media promotion. They're going to make articles on him. How his life. But a swindler, Anthony. So this guy, he was in the army. He was in the army. You know who goes to the army? Failures. Just going to the army. Couldn't get in to a good fucking school or any school. So what's he do? He goes into the military. Okay? Goes into the military. And now he's a genius. See all this horse shit? All this, like, complete bullshit. Complete nonsense. Okay? Complete horse shit. Now let's take a look here. So here's what the first thing you should be doing. I mean, there's many people you can check. But the top 3 guys to check and see. Okay, like, where'd this guy come from? Well, we're going to take a look. Was he ever on Joe Rogan? Let's see. I haven't looked. We're going to see. I mean, I would say it's possible, but probably not. His exposure is not big enough yet. But in the future, maybe. But it's possible. I would give it maybe at this point 30% chance. Okay, I guess not. Okay, so, oh, here we go. Yeah, no. Okay, so next one, Lex Friedman. I would say decent to good chance. Because, you know, he's lower on the circle jerk scale, right? And if he gets on Lex Friedman, then later on there's a chance he'll get on Joe Rogan. Finally.
Hold on before you pay for yet another app to...
Shut up, bitch. There you go. See that? See that? I was right, folks. I was right. He was on Friedman on the 26th. And he was on Patrick Bet-David on April 28th, a month later. How did I know that, by the way? How did I know that? I'll tell you how. At that time, Patrick Bet-David was low on the food chain in the whole circle jerk. You see? He was climbing the whole grifting ladder. You see? He was sucking off of Lex Friedman guests. You see? So think about that, folks. What's going on here? See that? So, Anthony Pompliano, hey, Patrick Bet-David, why are you promoting a fucking nobody fucking clown? Because you're a nobody clown. You're both scam artists. That's what you are. Folks, birds of a feather always fucking flock together. Hopefully, you know that. You see that? You see what I quickly did? I looked at the 3 circle jerk fuckers promoting scammers and who are scammers. Lex Friedman, Joe Rogan, and Patrick Bet-David. They're all in the same circle jerk and they all promote scammers. In fact, I'm willing to bet. Let's take a look at another one. Let's look at Tom Bilyeu. I'm willing to bet that this guy has been on Tom Bilyeu. Okay? Anthony Pompliano. Let's take a look. I'm willing to bet. In fact, well, I won't give 2-1. Anybody want to take that bet? I haven't checked in advance. I believe he is. Take a look. Maybe I'm wrong. Look at that. You see? How did I know that, folks? Because I've already identified the circle jerk. Take a look. You see that? 3 years ago. Interesting. Let's see when he was on 3 years ago. Was it before Lex Friedman? Let's see. I don't know. Remember, Tom Bilyeu is also promoted by Joe Rogan and Lex Friedman. You see that? Folks, this is all fraud what's going on in ScamTube. This is all fucking manipulation and fraud. These aren't fucking interviews. This is all promotion, promoting scams and scammers. So this was after, he went on after Patrick Bet David. You see that? You can just go down the list. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So let's take a look now at his channel. Bitcoin pumper. Now, of course, Bitcoin is... Now, look, this is the video I'm talking about. Dave Cullum here. Financial disasters on the horizon. Dave Cullum's been saying this for fucking 15 years. Okay, we're going to get to this fucking guy here shortly. But, of course, these days, all Pompliano does is pump to Bitcoin. Now, he's a gold pumper too. I'm not going to go through his video. I mean, he's got 3,500 videos, so... Remember who he's had on his little YouTube channel, his little podcast, his shitcast. A message to you, Anthony Pompliano, Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman, Patrick Bet David, Tom Bilyeu, and all you other kingpins of scams and scammers. Go fuck yourself. You're fucking frauds. You're fraudsters. And I hope something really bad happens to all of you really fast. You're scumbags. You're parasites. Stop taking from people. Stop swindling, deceiving people, you useless sacks of trash. Let's take a look now. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm going to take a little intermission here and we'll close up with Dave Cullum and Anthony Pompliano. I wanted to show you guys this. Anybody see the video I did on Vietnam being a corrupt country? And I talked about real estate, the corruption. I talked about how expensive the property is in Vietnam, how it's virtually not affordable except unless you're a fucking criminal. And then I talked about Australia because, of course, you know, what's been going on in many of these countries in the West, namely, you know, you look at Vancouver in Canada, and you look at Australia. Australia, it's the easiest to see. They have the real estate problem because they've let all these Chinese criminals come in and buy their real estate. And I mentioned that you all should go after the politicians in Australia. They're fucking committed treason. They've destroyed your country. They've made real estate inaffordable because they've allowed foreign criminals to come in and to buy your real estate with dirty fucking money. Ask yourself how it benefits your country of Australia when you're letting in foreign people with dirty money inflate your real estate prices. What are they doing to help your economy? They're doing nothing. They're just helping the developers, which I have to believe the developers in Australia have bought off all the politicians. So anyway, I wanted to kind of show you, follow up with this and show you, because you all know I talked about this a few days ago, right? Well, guess what? Boom. Australia to ban foreigners from buying some homes as costs soar. Now, that's what I call fucking results. That's the power of Stathis. Boom! You see that? You see that? The problem is this. I saw this article today. Okay? Here's the problem. The problem is, number one, they're only restricting it on existing homes. In other words, you can buy the new developments. And so I guess the crooked politicians in Australia are going to say, oh, well, that's not going to affect, the middle-class people. The middle-class people are looking to buy, existing homes. They're not looking to buy the expensive new projects. Hey, dumbass criminal, a.k.a. Australian politicians bought off by organized crime. It doesn't matter. If you have people buying up new developments, that goes into the market pricing. That raises the price of real estate for everybody. Dumbass. So this is just a superficial gesture to appease the Australians, fooling them with ignorance, basically. The second point is that this is going to happen for 2 years, and then they're going to reevaluate. 2 years? What? Are you fucking kidding me? You banned it for fucking 50 years. 50 years, then you reevaluate. This is a problem that's been going on for more than 20 years. You ban for 50 years. No Chinese buyers in Australia. Okay? And I'm talking not just Chinese. I would ban all countries from Asia and other countries as well. Why am I saying Asia? Because the whole fucking region is dirty as fuck. You're talking about a whole crime. It's a crime factory. Asia's dirty as hell. Dirty fucking money. You understand? There's other countries that are dirty, right? I would ban the non-advanced world from buying in Australia. In fact, I would just go ahead and ban everybody. The problem is so bad that really there's no room for any foreigners to buy anything. Okay? What else I would do is this. I would make all foreigners who have bought property in Australia, I would make them sell their property within a period of 2 years. They've got 2 years to sell their property and get the fuck out. Now that's going to sound radical. So what? I'm going to save the Australian people, the Australian middle class. I'm going to enable Australian people to be able to afford a home. Okay? The politicians have fucked up for so long, have been bribed for so long to fuck up the real estate market in Australia that you need drastic measures. Right? Drastic measures are required. That's what's needed in Australia. And of course, it's not going to happen. They don't even want to go past 2 years. They don't want to even do a full ban just on new projects. Completely fucking ridiculous. If you're Australian out there, you better go out and protest hard. You better organize, and you better come after the politicians. Vote them the fuck out. Hit the streets. They've destroyed your fucking country's future. Anyway, you can take a look for yourself. Now, what's interesting here, I wanted to show this, and then we're going to close this out, and I'm going to close out with this Pompliano scam artist, is take a look at this figure here. Sydney homes are the world's second least affordable. Okay, so you can see highest median price divided by income multiples among metropolitan markets. This doesn't really, this is kind of a weird, I've never seen this. Highest median price. That's weird. And then income multiples. That's, I don't know what the fuck kind of statistic this is. It's very strange. Okay. Okay, here we go. Median multiple, median house price, median household income. Okay, yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Median household price divided by median household income. Okay. This is just inaccurate how they've put it here. Anyway, so they're saying basically the multiple is the highest in Hong Kong. Okay, now notice they don't talk about countries. They only show you cities. Well, I guess Hong Kong, well, I don't know. I never really considered Hong Kong a country. It certainly isn't anymore now that China's taken over. But nonetheless, I would say people consider Hong Kong a country, right? It's officially a country, I suppose. But so they're showing the whole let's just call the area of Hong Kong, and then show you a bunch of cities. The median house price to median income household income ratio is highest supposedly in Hong Kong 16.7, Sydney 13.8, Vancouver 12.3. Everybody and their mother knows Hong Kong has been ridiculous. I've been waiting for that fucking bubble to burst for a few years. It's already burst, but there still has a way to go. But I'm not going to get into that. But the point is this. This is not even accurate. It's not even accurate. Right? Why? I don't believe this data is accurate. Do you really think that the median price to median income in Hong Kong is only 16.7? 16.7 is fucking high. No doubt about it. It's very high. In U.S. standards, it's extremely high. But you're talking about Asia, okay? It's a whole different ballgame in Asia because property is driven by dirty fucking money. That's the reality. That's the truth. Now, I'm going to show you something here. You're going to see this because I saw this and I was like 16 points. Is that all? Ho Chi Minh City, it's twice that. It's twice that. Let me show you here. Ho Chi Minh City apartments least affordable in Southeast Asia. No, they're least affordable in the fucking world. Take a look. Of 9 cities surveyed in the region, Ho Chi Minh City topped with a ratio of 36, followed by Manila. See, take a look. Property price to income ratio, 36. Now, of course, it's going to depend, variability on data collection and so forth, but you can't be this far off. It's impossible. And I'm telling you right now, Manila, certain parts of Manila, yes. Makati, for sure, right? Bangkok, certain parts of Bangkok, yes, but not all of Bangkok. There's no fucking way. So this data alone is not accurate. Now, I do know that this is accurate. Ho Chi Minh, okay? I've seen it, folks. I've gave you all the example of the Starbucks. The Starbucks of 1,100 square feet, that's the space of the property, that they had to pay almost $30,000 a month rent for that land. Okay? $30,000. Okay? So, now remember, affordability has two variables. Has home price and income. You see? So, I just wanted to show you guys that. And once again, if you're from the Western world, you don't understand how things operate. You're used to seeing, you have to understand you're dealing in a market economy. You live in a market economy, right? You live in a market economy. Supply and demand control everything. Now, there's things that can meddle with it, but overall, it's a market economy. What determines whether you can buy a home if you live in America? How much money you make. And, how much money you have to pay down. Right? That's it. That's it. What determines the price? Well, how much demand there is and how much supply there is, right? When you're talking about developing countries, and in this case we're talking about the region of Asia, you're talking about it's all bets are off. It's no longer income levels. Okay, it's how much money you have to pay. Because understand, these countries don't have, I'm not going to say they don't have it all, but they're not largely driven by 30-year mortgages like America. In fact, even many Western countries aren't driven by 30-year mortgages. In England, I believe the primary mortgage is a floating, adjustable rate mortgage, right? Adjust every 5 years or so. America, typically 30-year fixed rate. They also have 10-year. Those are the common ones, okay? In Asia, many countries use balloon. They have balloon mortgages where you're paying, 50% over 5 years, and then the 6th year or the 5th year you pay the rest of the 50%. So it's a different system. Why? Well, in part because the financial system is different. It's not as expansive, not as sophisticated, right? But the bottom line is, in Asia, it's not about a person's wages driving real estate prices, generally speaking. That doesn't drive the prices. In the West, that still does primarily drive the prices, except for cases like Australia and certain cities. Vancouver, Toronto, several cities. But generally in the Western world still, although, it's changed a little bit, but still wages are driving the ability to buy a home and the prices. In Asia, it's different because there's so much dirty fucking money. So imagine if you're living in a country in Asia, and mainly Southeast Asia and East Asia, right? So I'm not going to count Japan, but certainly South Korea, China, right? Taiwan, Southeast Asia. You're talking about people that have a normal job, and they're having to compete with people that are criminals, that have dirty money, people that are making money because they're aligned with the officials. And so they're able to engage in the drug trade or many other things. You understand? That's what we're talking about. That's why you have these very, very high rates of unaffordability of housing in many of these Asian countries. It's because of all the fucking fraud and corruption and the criminal activity. And so think about it for a second. You have some of these people from these countries with all their dirty money going to the West and just piling it in and buying up property, driving up the price of real estate in your country from dirty money. That's what's going on. Okay? That's what's going on. So, anyway, take a look here. We'll watch a little bit of this.
It's no secret many Australians have a deep and abiding fear of foreign property investors, Chinese property investors in particular. The perception is they've taken over the housing market, forcing prices up, locking out average Aussie buyers. We're definitely a prime target for young Chinese with a few million to spare. And when they go house hunting, they do it in wildly extravagant style. Alex Cullen went along for the ride.
There's a new breed of Chinese immigrant. Young, ultra-rich, and keen to spend those riches on property in Australia.
Where in China are you from?
Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Yeah, I'm Shanghai girl.
The fund. Wow.
Monica Zhao already owns an apartment in the city and is looking to upsize.
So you want to live here permanently?
Yes,
Not just for holidays, but...
not just for holiday. I'm looking some nice suburb. If the suburb make me feel like comfortable and make me feel like lovely,
Listen to
of
this
course I will
annoying fucking bitch. I mean, I can listen to her and tell you she's a fucking criminal. Okay? I'm not going to watch anymore because I don't want to see this fucking scam artist pitch his fucking Amazon scam.
Monica
I'm Shanghai. I'm Shanghai girl. Shut your fucking trap. You dirty bitch.
Australia is now the top destination in the...
And by the way, this is part of the problem, folks. You Australians out there, this is part of the problem. You don't welcome these people. You give them dirty fucking looks. You be rude to them. Okay? You're polite to them. They're going to feel comfortable. You don't want them to feel comfortable in your country. You want them to get the fuck out. They're taking your country with dirty money. Much of that dirty money they got from your companies sending jobs to their country. You understand that? Certainly in the case of America. Okay? Folks, this is why I got banned. Even today, Trump, the con man, doesn't come out and say, hey guys, do you understand what's going on? You're living in poverty because you don't have the job that you thought you were going to have. That went to China. And that created a lot of billionaires. You know, those jobs that you had in America, they went to China, and some of those jobs, they didn't even go to Chinese. Well, they went to Chinese, but not free Chinese. They went to prison people. They've got prison labor camps in China. You know that, right? People are doing things for free. A lot of these people in China making all their money through that. There's many ways that these Chinese criminals have taken money. And the Chinese criminals do what? I mean, do you really think they want to be in China? Why is it that just about every single wealthy Chinese person with kids puts their children in Western schools? Xi Jinping's daughter's in Harvard. And by the way, you think that she could get into Harvard? I don't think so. She paid her way in there, or her father did. You understand? They don't want their fucking kids in Chinese schools. We shouldn't allow them in our schools, especially Chinese. Chinese, no fucking way. Folks, you got to understand something. And by the way, listen, I know what's going on in Southeast Asia, okay? If you think knowing somebody can get you a property at a good price, that's fucking stupid, unless you're talking about the government officials. That's just fucking horseshit. The properties, depending upon where you're talking about, okay, and I've seen it. I know the properties, okay? If you want to get something illegal through an official, that's just fucking stupid. It can be taken away in a second. Okay? Could be taken away in a fucking second. Why do you think all the money is coming into these countries in Asia for property? You've got Taiwanese, you've got Japanese, you've got Koreans, you've got Chinese buying property. Where? Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines. Why? It's dirty money. I mean, you understand that, right? Dirty fucking money. How do you think Trump got any of the money that he's got, well, that he had before the year 2000? Trump has been selling real estate projects to Russians for decades. That's money laundering. Everybody knows, well, if you don't know that real estate is one of the most common forms of money laundering, then you don't know a whole lot. Gold as well. Why do you think the same people that push the gold are the fucking scammers, the tax cheats, the frauds? They like gold because it's great for money laundering. It's always been money laundering vehicle. Same with cryptocurrency. I mean, think about it. People that are promoting gold and cryptocurrency, folks, you understand that these people are not good people? They're dirty, evil, criminal people. They think criminally. They don't want to pay taxes. Yet they want to live and benefit in a country that has advanced educational system, right? That has advanced infrastructure, has great cultural centers and so forth, and police, fire departments. They don't want to pay taxes. I mean, Michael Saylor is a great example. It's fucking tax fraud. I'm telling you, these people that are pushing the cryptocurrencies, I'm telling you right now, you can go ahead and assume they're all fucking tax cheats or wannabe tax cheats. There's a criminal element. There's a criminal mindset to people that push these things. It's the same criminal mindset that these libertarians have. There's something wrong with these people. There's something wrong with their fucking minds. Okay. Okay. You can listen, buddy. Southeast Asia is a lot of countries. Don't pile in Southeast Asia with one fucking rule, because it doesn't work that way. Southeast Asia is many countries. Okay, so you're telling me that if you know somebody in Southeast Asia, you can get a good property at a good price. That's fucking stupidity. It's nonsense. It's not true. It's complete disinformation. Okay, you're talking about how many countries in Southeast Asia? 8? 10? You telling me that it works that way in every country? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It sure as fuck hasn't worked in the countries I have been to and lived in. I can tell you right now, when you're talking about property in prime areas, it doesn't work that way. You're going to get a property in a prime area, prime area where everyone wants to be, and you're going to get it at a good cost, affordable cost, because you know somebody. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Okay. Now, can you get a property somewhere? Okay, fine. I'm just telling you, I know how it works. Okay? And you can't lump that all in there, because that's just complete nonsense. Okay. Go and show me you get a good property in Makati for a cheap price. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. At best, maybe you can get some undeveloped land if you know an official. You understand? You pay the official money. That's the best you're going to come across. That's the best you're going to come across. Okay? So, you look at these people, okay? And the list is endless. These people are sociopaths. If you sit there and you look and you listen to people like Michael Saylor, and you can't see that this guy is a bad person, a bad character, an evil person, a dishonest person, if you don't see that, then you can't see too clearly. Same with Peter Schiff. Folks, the list goes on. It's fucking endless. These people care about themselves, and they preach bullshit to reel in the masses. They're con artists. That's what they are. They're all out there. John McAfee, who's now deceased, fortunately, right? It's just so predictable. Okay? The guys, they're always preaching you something, and they have a financial stake in it, right? Especially when they're preaching you something that's kind of seems a little bit strange, a little bit different. Like, for instance, telling you that you should go move to Puerto Rico. Or you should, move from America and Canada to Argentina, because America's going to collapse. I mean, you have something wrong with your fucking mind. If you fell for this shit, if you're falling for these fucking swindlers, you really need to disconnect the internet and don't ever get back on. Ever. Or you're going to lose your ass. There's so much fucking disinformation out there.
World for Chinese property buyers, despite huge fees and taxes for foreign buyers. Finance editor Chris Kohler has more.
Chatswood real estate agent Peter Lee says inquiries from Chinese buyers have tripled from recent lows. His office is holding open houses 7 days a week.
They're all looking for 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom townhouses are very, very popular.
They're coming back in great numbers. You can see from the data that they're already buying twice as much this year as they bought in the first half of last year.
Data from Asian property network Juwai shows Australia is now the #1 destination for outbound Chinese property buyers, more popular than any other country in the 6 months since its borders reopened. Victoria and New South Wales are receiving more inquiries than Queensland and WA, while South Australia and Tasmania very few for now.
Adelaide and Perth are going to be the next in line and kind of the rough diamond perhaps amongst the mix of opportunity for people coming into Australia.
But the buyers face huge fees and extra taxes, which keeps all foreign activity in the Australian property market to less than 1%.
Listen. These motherfuckers in these countries, okay? These motherfuckers in Asia, for the most part, they don't let no foreigners buy property in their country. You can't buy land in these countries. I say we can't buy land in your country. You can't buy land in our fucking country. Get the fuck out. These Western countries need to close their fucking doors. Enough is enough. Because now you're dealing with dirty money, criminal activity that's manipulating the real estate market of our countries. Not to mention, I don't even know why. Folks, I questioned this a long time ago. I questioned this decades ago. Why the fuck are we letting communist Chinese into our elite universities, learning in grad school as postdocs, learning critical research skills and insights from our best minds, only for them to go home and take that intellectual property back to their country? Why the fuck are we allowing that? I can tell you why it's been done. The reason why, of course, is because these postdocs, these grad students, it's cheap labor. Do you see? But nobody questioned, except myself, I guess, the long-term impact of this. You see, they can get a postdoc, that's someone who's got a PhD, and they're working after their doctorate in a lab. You know, they'll pay them, I don't know what the pay is these days, but it's probably not going to be, generally speaking, probably not going to be more than 40 grand. And they're working, 60, 70 hours a week. A PhD in chemistry, in physics, doing the research, the experiments. It's dirt cheap labor. You see? And of course, this also addresses the problem, the issue that's been going on in America for a very long time of the lack of people who are studying science. If I was running the country, you better believe I'd put the fucking iron fist down. I put the iron fist down on China right now. Okay? Do you all understand how the Chinese culture is? I've explained this before, and I tell people all the time. And Washington should have learned this in Trump's first term, when the Chinese made all their promises and they broke all their promises. If a Chinese is stealing from you, you know what you do to make them stop? And this is part of their culture, I'm telling you. There's only one, you have to stop. You have to make them stop by force. It's by force. They won't stop unless it's by force. They'll look at you and tell you they're going to stop. Once again, you're talking about Western versus Eastern culture, folks. Western culture, honor, pride, honesty, integrity. Those are value systems from our people from a long time ago. Now, these are not the same values that are necessarily prominent in Asian culture. And certainly, they are absent from Chinese Communist society. I can tell you that right now. Okay, I'm not going to say it's completely devoid just because, you have people that some of the people in Asia are more westernized, and some of that is because of Christianity, which I'm not a fan of religion, but the fact is that what I have seen is that when you have Christianity, people that are Christians in these countries, they tend to have a better moral compass because the Christianity preaches that. It's because the Christianity is from the Western culture. That's what I've noticed. Okay? Now, my whole point here is that people don't understand you're dealing with different cultures. Okay, you got to understand what you're dealing with. And if I'm running America, I'm removing all Chinese from American. That is to say, Chinese that have come into the country illegally, which you're talking about a lot there, by the way. You never hear about that. Chinese have been sneaking into America for many decades. Okay? Many decades. Namely through freight vessels. Okay, now you all may want to look into this. There's a huge syndicate in America now, and I'm sure they're in every Western country. You've got basically communist spies everywhere in the West. This is a big problem. And the fact is that you can't trust communists. Okay? I wouldn't let any communist person into my country. Forget it. It's not going to happen because their loyalty is to their communist government. And we've already seen a lot of this. In fact, if you don't believe me, go spend some time on the FBI's website, and you will see Chinese communists in American universities and American corporations that have engaged in espionage, that have stolen intellectual property and sent it back to China. Okay? The problem is that the real solution is not going to come about. Things aren't going to be done like they should be done. Because you're never going to get a capable, honest person in office. It's not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen. That's the problem. Anyway, I think I'm going to... Let's see here. Should I show this video? Let me give you a taste. Let's give you a taste here. I'm going to go over this clown in the future. Take a look at this guy. Take a look at this parasite. And now the parasite, now that he's lured in all the cult members. Remember, he interviews all the swindlers, all the con artists, all the fraudsters, basically people who have built their own cult following of stupid, naive people, right? the biggest scammers out there. He's getting their audience because he interviews them. And so their audience is going to listen to this guy. And he's going to recruit some of them to follow him. That's how it works. Whether it's the cult from Robert Kiyosaki or Mark Cuban or John McAfee, right? Or John Nigerian or Meet Kevin. You understand? Right? So now he's got his followers from these guys because he's promoted all these swindlers, disinfo losers, and now he's starting an investment fund. Hey, loser, if you got a real investment fund, you're not going on social media trying to recruit investors. Okay? But you see, you're not legit. You're like Meet Kevin. You're a fucking Meet Kevin type of guy. You want the dumb money because you're a fucking loser and an idiot. You're a parasite. I'm sick of all these fucking parasites. Good fucking God. I'm so sick of them. Anthony Pompliano. Another fucking grifter. Another fucking con man. Parasitic con man. You all saw the list. You saw the list. I'll show you one more time. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look, folks. Take a look. And once again, this is not comprehensive. It's just a few of the people. I mean, and it's like you wonder because if you can find a single person on this list, let me take a look. If you can find a single person on this list that's neither a con artist or a scam artist, please let me know, because I don't see it. And I'm familiar to some degree with every single person on this list. Show me, please. That's what we're talking about, folks. You see that? Every single person on this list, except for this guy, Dave Pakman. He's a liberal fucking shill. He's promoting his political agenda, his liberal disinformation. But what? So why would he be on? Why would he interview him? Well, his name is Pakman. You see, got to stick together. But everyone else, right, is pitching something, right? Every single let's take a look. They're pitching something. They're pitching fucking bullshit. Dave Cullum. This is a guy, once again, this is a guy who's a COVID conspiracy crackpot who wants to tell you that he has worked with major pharmaceutical companies and yet he's a conspiracy crackpot. I wonder, do those pharmaceutical companies know about that? Here's a guy who wants to tell you he's a Cornell professor. He's representing Cornell, yet he's also fueling a scam industry. Dave Cullum is part of the gold pumping syndicate, the gold pumping crime syndicate. He's part of that fucking crowd. He's promoting the myths, the disinformation, all the bullshit, which feeds the junior minor pump and dump stock schemes. You understand? He's promoting that whole movement, which is being used by others to defraud people. Dave Cullum, do you understand that's what you're doing? You understand that you are a part of that group. Maybe you're not directly doing that, but you are helping that. You are an accomplice, in my opinion. You realize that, Dave? Maybe you're too stupid to realize that. You're too fucking ignorant to realize that, Dave. Take a look. Almost every single person here is a fucking scam artist. Not every single person, but almost every single person. The ones that aren't scammers, they're just disinfo con artists. But take a look. Take a close look. And you decide. Is this guy a scam artist? That's up for debate. He pitches, he has a fucking channel pitching he's got some brokerage firm that does trading. And they want to show you trading. Oh yeah, I can do trading. Well, hey, show me your fucking trading record, buddy. You understand? He's pitching a delusion to lure people in to his fucking grift. So you decide, is he a scammer? Right? Or is he just a con man? How about Vlad? Scammer or con man? I think it's pretty obvious here. It's cut and dry. Scammer. Adam Kabasi. You understand? Meet Kevin. Right? You understand? Take a look. I mean, this is like a pretty good who's who list of fucking scammers. Really. I'm not saying everyone on here, but, you know, it's a pretty good list. Certainly when you're talking definitive, big-time swindlers, scammers, disinfo agents, John McAfee for sure. Kathy Wood, yeah. Steve Ehrlich, yep. We'll give Scaramucci a pass on that designation. I mean, I'll even give Peter Schiff a pass on that designation. The bar is really, really high here, okay? Raul Paul, sorry, you don't get the pass, dude. Novogratz, nah, you don't get it. Palapatia, you don't get the pass. You got it? You see what I'm saying, folks? Kiyosaki's also in that group, right? Cuban, nah, it's a close one. Masterworks, yeah, sorry, yeah, you don't get the pass. Nigerian, that's a close one. That's a very fucking close one. Obviously, I'm raising the bar really fucking high for that designation, right? As you can imagine. Jim Cramer, no way. He doesn't get a pass. He's there with Sam Bankman-Fried. Michael Saylor, yep, he's there too. Kevin O'Leary. This is a tough one. The question is, if I'm going to exclude someone like Peter Schiff, can I exclude Kevin O'Leary? That's a tough one. I'm going to have to think about that one. Remember, the bars, I've set it really, really high. They have to be a very explicit, obvious scammer, right? Max Kaiser, no doubt about it. George Gammon, no doubt about it. Tom Bilyeu, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. This guy, I can see where people may not understand. Clearly, junior minor penny stock pumper. Yep. Andrew Tate. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're Mr. Rubenstein, sorry, you don't get a pass. Meet Kevin, obviously. Right. I mean, the most vile, most obvious scam artists, right? Let's go ahead. Let's point them out here. And remember, I mean, the bar is extremely high here. John McAfee, Kathy Wood. Well, I'm going to exclude Kathy Wood. Obviously, the bar is extremely high if I'm going to exclude her, right? Because she hides behind the guise of investment, of having an investment fund, you see. So she's hiding behind that, you see. So John McAfee, this girl is too low level to be considered a She's too low level. Ehrlich, obviously. Once again, Scaramucci he's hiding behind his fund. Otherwise, he would be considered, yes. But McAfee, Ehrlich, Peter Schiff, of course, is kind of hiding behind his bullshit, so we won't count him. Raw Paul, it's close. I think I'm going to count him. Novogratz, obviously. Palapatia, yep. Kiyosaki, obviously. Mark Cuban, we'll give him a pass. We'll give these guys a pass. Remember, the bar is extremely high. Sam Bankman-Fried. Michael Saylor, yeah. Kevin O'Leary, it's difficult. I would say for right now, I'll give him a pass. Max Kaiser, definitely. George Gammon, well, he's just Disinfo con man. Disinfo con man. Obviously a scammer. David Sachs, Disinfo con man. And this whole Doug Casey. Anybody involved with Doug Casey, I mean, meet Kevin, there you go. And Mr. Robin Hood. There you go. This is like the highest bar possible. You lower the bar a few inches, and then take a look at who else is included. Most of these people are going to be included. Okay? I mean, when you're talking deception, conning people, I can't see anyone here who's not on that list. Deception and conning people. I don't see anyone here who's not involved in deception and conning people. Nobody. They're all on that list. So think about it. This is a guy, he's promoting these people. You see that? What's that make him? What's that make him? That's all you got to do, folks. All you got to do is look at who he promotes, and you know who you're dealing with. It's that simple. That's why it's important to build your arsenal of understanding who the scammers are, their modus operandi, right? The more you're learning, it's quite simple. You could just go through and look at a channel, boom, 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 boom. That's it. You're guilty. You don't even need to waste time looking at watching the videos, okay? Because all these guys are hanging out together. You see? They're all hanging out together. They're all parasites. They're fucking parasites. They rely on you. They're trying to get your money. And it's not just sending them money. We're talking about promoting their fucking cause. You got to understand that. It's not a single strategy. Just from promoting cryptocurrencies alone, they're exploiting people. They're parasites. Why? Because they're promoting that whole nonsense. They're getting paid to do it through companies, through ads, the affiliate links. You understand? And they're promoting that whole industry by interviewing other people, other crypto shills. You see? And I've shown you here, 3 crypto scammers that blew up? 1, 2, no, 4. I guess there's 4. Wasn't there 4? Galaxy Digital, didn't that one blow up? Or no? And Voyager, FTX, right? Terra, look at that. Mr. Pompliano, you have promoted guys who ran Ponzi schemes. You're an accomplice. You helped them do it. You fucking dirty fucking scammer. Like I said, this list is not comprehensive. This is a quick, I went through this quickly. Feel free to go through this list and see on his channel who else he's done. I've already shown you he's been on Patrick Bet-David's channel. So chances are Patrick Bet-David's been on his channel as well. I've shown you how he was promoted by Lex Friedman, right? Remember, folks, the same con artist, all you got to do is take a look at their channels, and you're going to find two things are going to stand out. Whether it's, and I'm giving you just an example of just a few of the kingpins. There's many of these other guys I don't even know about yet because I haven't spent time looking at them. This Tom Bilyeu I found out recently, right? And if you look at their channels, then you look at some of the guys they interviewed, they kind of, they spawn their own fucking movements. Another guy, for instance, Rogan, I found out recently, because I'm starting to see him around, Andrew Huberman. Notice the last name, Huberman. Huberman. You got it? Related. He's a fucking scammer. Andrew Huberman is a fucking fraud. He's a scam artist. That's right. He's one of these guys. I'm going to profile this guy in the future. It didn't take me long to see he's a scammer. Oh, well, he's a professor at Stanford of a neurobiology. He's a fraud. Write it the fuck down. Okay? Promoting a lot of horse shit so he can sell you his shit. He's in a business. Okay? He's running a fucking business on social media, on YouTube to sell you his fucking shit. Disinformation, horse shit. Anybody on Joe Rogan, you should assume they're a fucking scammer unless you prove otherwise. The default is they're a scammer. Okay? Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman. I mean, think about it. Joe Rogan, I mean, he sells nutritional supplements. Anybody selling nutritional supplements, you can assume they're fucking scammers. I've said that for years. That whole industry is fucking bullshit. Patrick Bet-David, Tom Bilyeu, right? The circle jerk is much larger, right? Go and identify some of these guys. This Andrew Huberman. All you got to do, you make a list. Compile a list. And you'll see the big circle jerk. The same fucking frauds, disinfo agents go on the same channels. Some of them haven't been on some of the channels yet, right? Like I showed you. Pompliano hasn't been on Joe Rogan yet. In the future, he will be, right? He's not there yet. You see? He will be. Mark my words. It's the same. In fact, I exposed this shit a couple of years ago. I first saw this on Graham Stephan, his iced coffee. I could tell Graham Stephan was actually getting paid money to promote scam artists. It was so obvious, right? He's promoting Tim Sykes as a trading guru and all these other fucking scammers. Graham Stephan is being paid money by these scammers to interview them as if they're like experts, to swindle people. This is the problem on ScamTube. That's what's going on. Okay? And some of these other guys, Joe Rogan, he doesn't need to pay anybody because he has enough exposure where people would actually pay him. And I'm sure in some cases that's what's going on. They're paying to get on Rogan's show. You see? You can. I guarantee you that's happening. I'll guarantee you. I know for a fact. I'll bet my life on it. I know how this shit works. Because folks, this is all about swindling people. Where all these people, all they want to do is swindle you. I'm telling you, that's what this is all about, is swindling you. Ask yourself the question, would these guys be running their channels and making their videos if they weren't making money off it? If there was no financial interest at all? Would they do it for free like I'm doing now? No. None of them would fucking do it. Ever. You see what I'm saying? They're all doing this shit to swindle people. Many different ways. Okay? They're all fucking scammers. They're all a bunch of fucking parasitic scammers that have no value. They're contributing nothing to society. They're exploiting what are largely low IQ, mentally and emotionally distraught, desperate, greedy individuals on ScamTube. That's the audience on ScamTube with their horse shit. That's what's going on, folks. That's what ScamTube has become. All these shows that you think are political commentary podcasts, that's all bullshit. First of all, there ain't nobody out there that's experts. They're a bunch of fucking rambling idiots that don't know what they're talking about. So they're not qualified. So why are they doing it? They're there to sell you their shit. Okay? That's what this is all about. Folks, it's ad-based content. That's what it is. Ad-based content. These people are all swindlers. Every single one of them. You name it. Name the person. These people make me fucking sick. You know, I expose Wall Street, and I've been critical of Wall Street. I name the fucking names. I give you the whole shebang on Wall Street. Okay? But let me tell you something right now. These people pulling all this shit on ScamTube, the Tom Billius and Joe Rogans and Lex Friedmans and Patrick Bet-Davids and Anthony Pomplianos and Andrew Kabasis and so forth, Robert Kiyosaki's, these people are a billion times worse than Wall Street crooks. They're so much fucking worse. These people are the fucking devil. Wall Street, they're just a bunch of greedy bastards. A bunch of money-worshipping, greedy bastards. Okay? They don't target people. They don't target individuals. They don't target demographics. They just try and take the fucking money. These people, the Peter Schiffs out there, the Ron Pauls, who people think they're patriots because they're fucking stupid. The Robert Kiyosakis, the Andrew Pomplianos, the Meet Kevins, the John McAfees, the Kathy Woods, right? The Shamath Palapatias and the Mark Cubans. You understand? These people are targeting specific individuals. They're targeting specific demographics to swindle them, to take their fucking money. They're making it personal. You understand? Wall Street doesn't make it personal. And you all know I fucking hate Wall Street. Nobody's been more critical and slammed the fucking hammer down on Wall Street than me. So I'm telling you right now, these people are worse than Wall Street. They're bigger fucking scammers. They're bigger criminals. They're making their crimes, their fraud, personal. Let me give you an example. Mark Cuban, for instance. Say, well, gosh, Mark Cuban, I mean, what, he's a billionaire. He's a fucking loser. He had $3.5 billion in 2000. I mean, his net worth should be he should be worth $20 billion if he's some great investor now. He's not. He's a loser. He's a drunk-ass loser and a moron, which I've proven over and over again. You tell him I fucking said it. What's he going to do? Nothing, because it's a fucking truth. Ask him if he's ever been fucking drunk as a skunk in nightclubs in Dallas. Okay? Ask him if he has never been drunk at S. Fuzi at the Candle Room. Like a fucking loser idiot. What a fucking moron. Mark Cuban targeted specific demographics of people to sell his fucking, to make money pitching Voyager. You all saw the videos. You all saw all the bullshit. Mark Cuban partnered up with his tribesman, Steve Ehrlich, to pitch Voyager Digital to a certain group of people, Dallas Mavericks fans. And you all know, by and large, the demographic there. If you don't know, take a look at the video where he's actually pitching Voyager Digital. And take a look in that crowd, and you're going to see the vast majority are minorities. Mark Cuban targeted minorities. You all saw what he said. You understand. That's one example right there. Look at Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin targeted broke, desperate people with his stimulus checks videos every fucking day. His fake videos, his fraudulent videos, his clickbait bullshit. That's how he got his subscribers back in 2020. He targeted a specific set of people. Folks, this is what these people do. That's why I say they're worse than Wall Street. Wall Street, by and large, does not target specific demographics of people. Okay? By and large. I mean, you're going to have maybe a financial advisor sometime, maybe targets old people and kind of swindles them, selling them fucking annuities or something like that. But that's the small fraud. I'm talking the big fraud on Wall Street. It doesn't target specific people. These people on ScamTube with their cult fucking movements, right? And we're talking once again. This is folks. This is related to Andrew Henderson. This whole get out of the West now. I can show you how to not pay no taxes and this. That's all a bunch of lies, man. It's a fraud. You understand? They're targeting specific people, selling them fucking smoke and mirrors horse shit. They're exploiting them. Whether it's Andrew Henderson and his fucking lies and delusional statements with his overpriced horse shit, despite the fact that he doesn't even have a college degree. Or whether it's Peter Schiff and his fucking delusions, telling you the dollar's worth nothing. Right? And gold is going to the moon. Yet he wants you to give him your dollars and he'll sell you his gold for that. Nobody ever fucking questions that. That's how stupid the people are that follow this guy. He's telling you that fiat currencies are worthless. You don't want them. You want gold. That's real money, he says. But guess what? He's willing to take your fucking fiat currency in exchange for his gold. I mean, come on. You can't make this shit up. That's how fucking stupid the people are. I mean, I could go on and on down the fucking list. Okay? How all these swindlers on ScamTube, they're all parasites. They're pitching whatever. They're trying to, tell you how, the DEI is so bad and evil, and why? Because they want you to support them. Yeah. You're speaking like me. I agree with you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to give you Patreon. That's how it begins, folks. You understand what I'm saying? No matter what they're talking about, it's all about reeling people into their fucking cult. Once they got you into their cult, they're going to sell you shit on a fucking stick, and you're going to line up for it, you're going to buy it, and you're going to love it. Because you're in a fucking cult. Your brain is finished. All these guys are fucking swindlers. Okay, I mean, think about it. You got people. When I first saw this Andrew Tate guy, I was like, what? Who is this fucking obvious scammer? I mean, such an obvious fucking scammer. You don't even need to look into anything. The guy's obviously a dirtbag scam artist. And when you have people that actually fall for this guy, or even want to listen to this guy, you're talking about a very troubled society. Something is wrong with society when you have people that would actually even give this guy an instant of attention. What the fuck is wrong with people? What have you parents have fucking failed. You fucking failed when your kids are following these people. Folks, that's what we're talking about here. I hope you see the big picture. All these people, and I'm not just talking about the people that Pompliano has interviewed. I'm talking about all these people on ScamTube. They're all here to swindle you. They're all parasites. Even the people that I'm going to talk about, I've already got a file I'm creating. Okay? On Southeast Asian vlogger scammers. Even the people making the videos that I've already talked about a little bit, telling you how you can retire in the Philippines for $1,000 a month. You see, they want to sell desperate, broke-ass people dreams. Whether it's how to make a lot of money trading stocks or how to make your life better by moving to a developing country. It's all a bunch of lies. They're all scam artists, okay? They're all frauds. YouTube is nothing but a fucking scam machine. Everybody on YouTube is defrauding the public. Write that down. That's a fact. Now, you may say, well, gosh, what are you talking about, Mike? Remember, folks, I'm not a dumb guy. In fact, I'm pretty fucking smart. Let's be honest here. In fact, I'm pretty fucking brilliant. Now, I don't ever say that, but I'm saying that now. Why? I'm saying that you better fucking realize when I say something that you think is such an exaggeration, such a gross exaggeration, I'm not that fucking stupid to do that unless I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? Maybe your mind is a little bit simple and you don't see it. Let me give you an example. And I've said this before. There are people on ScamTube who right now may not be engaging in scamming people, but they're monetizing their channel. They're starting out small. And by definition, they're scamming. But that's just where it begins. They're building their channel, right? They're starting out thinking, okay, maybe I'm going to make some money, a little money here and there. And they start out producing content. And then they realize gradually, let's say they're a travel vlogger. Then they realize, oh, wow, cost of living videos, they get a lot of views. Oh, wow. People like it when I say I can live it for $1,000 a month in Thailand. You understand? So the content becomes gradually driven by the money. Gradually more and more until later on, it's complete disinfo. They've been sucked in by the fucking money. You understand? That's how it works. I mean, you think a guy, me, with my background and what I do and my accomplishments, you think that I, after almost 20 years, almost 20 fucking years of observing YouTube, you think I don't see what's going on? I've been observing YouTube since fucking day one, practically 2006. Okay? Never had a channel. I could have one from that long time ago. I've been watching and observing what's going on, and I'm telling you, this is what I'm describing to you right now. This essentially has happened over the past, for the most part, over the past 5, 6, 7 years, such that now every single person that starts a channel, it's complete 100% business. They're thinking, I'm going to make money. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay? It wasn't that way 10 years ago. You had, a little bit, some people, small percentage. Now it's 100%. Absolutely. It's complete horseshit. To the point now where you're getting channels where you think that are kind of, oh, this is a history channel, or this is a, some of these channels that talk about, why a country is this way, and you think they're legit. It's fucking bullshit. Why? It's like, well, gosh, Mike, what are you talking about? Folks, you got to understand something. People are doing this for the money. And when you're doing it for the money, you're going to get sloppy because it's all about quantity, not quality of content. It's quantity. So they're not going to put the time they need to make it accurate. Why would they? You think you're going to get accurate information for free? You think everything is free? Well, let me tell you a little story for some of you kids out there, too fucking young to remember this. back in the late 90s, maybe even through 2000, 2001, there was a video, audio, or I guess it was a music service, MP3 maybe. There was a streaming service called Napster. Some of you remember that Napster. That was one of the first, maybe the first service that provided you could download free music and free videos. Napster, right? And people thought it was free. Free! Get it for free! Folks, whenever someone tells you something's free, you think something's free, all it means is that free to get fucked in the ass. Okay? And guess what was going on with Napster? Same thing that goes on with all these other free services. You think you're getting something for free. You download viruses. Okay? And they fuck up your computer. And you think, well, I've got the antivirus. So what? You think they don't fucking know that? There ain't nothing for free. Nobody out there is going to give you shit for free. Okay, you're better off paying for something. So the relationship is clear. You're paying someone for a good or service. That's the relationship. You don't go to someone to get something for free because that person, he's got a backdoor relationship with somebody else who's going to exploit you. You know, kind of how like Facebook operates, kind of how like free emails operate. You got it? Backdoor relationship with the criminal fucking mafia. Selling your data, selling your information to a criminal network to exploit you because you thought you were going to get something for free. Okay? I've never used a free email other than for, you know, just for bullshit. I've been paying for email for more than 20 years. 25 years paying for email. Okay?